So, as I think everybody knows, our special guest is the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board, who has now completed 5 years as chairman as of 2 days ago, your 5th year, and now been on the Fed board for almost 12 years. So, Jay, thank you very much for being here. And why don't we start with an easy question? So, you made a speech last week commenting on the FOMC's decision to raise the Fed discount rate by a small amount, relatively speaking, 25 basis points. Some people would say that was small. But at the time, it wasn't clear that the jobs report would be as strong as it turned out to be subsequently. Had you known that the jobs report was going to be as strong, would you have done 25 basis points or something different?
David, thank you for that question, and thank you, thank you for inviting me here today. It's great to be here. So we don't get to play it that way, unfortunately. We have to, but I'll take it this way. So the message we were sending at the FOMC meeting last Wednesday was really that the disinflationary process, the process of getting inflation down, has begun, and it's begun in the goods sector, which is about a quarter of our economy. But it has a long way to go. These are the very early stages of disinflation. So the services sector, really, except for housing services, pardon me, is not really showing any disinflation yet. So our message really was this process is likely to take quite a bit of time. It's not going to be, we don't think, smooth. It's probably going to be bumpy. And so we think that we're going to need to do further rate increases, as we said, and we think that we'll need to hold policy at a restricted level for a period of time. Then comes the labor market report for January. And it's very strong. It's certainly stronger than anyone I know expected. And so, but I would say, we didn't expect it to be this strong, but I would say it kind of shows you why we think that this will be a process that takes a significant period of time. The labor market's extraordinarily strong. And by the way, it's good. It's a good thing that inflation has started to come down without it. That has not happened at the cost of a strong labor market. So, and of course, since then, financial conditions have tightened significantly since then.
So let me ask it another way. So, by the way, when the numbers coming out, the job numbers, 519,000 jobs, does anybody call you up in the government and give you a little heads up, this is going to happen, or they never do that?
So on some data, sometimes we get data just the night before, and it's only me, and but not on all pieces of data. It's a very small amount of data, and we get it just the night before. For example, if we were going to get a big piece of data in the middle of an FOMC meeting, as often happens on the day of an FOMC meeting, it will help me to know it the night before.
Okay, so the markets, after your speech last week, the markets assumed that therefore there would probably be another 25 basis point increase in your next FOMC meeting.